In this video, I'm about to share with you why you might not be able to get married in England, and also share with you top 10 countries in Europe where you might be able to get married quicker and even cheaper. My name is Moyolua and I'm so glad that you clicked on this video. If you're new to this channel, please click on the subscribe button down below so you can get notified when I post a video. Thank you. You can also leave your comments down below if there's anything in this video that you are not clear about, and I'll be sure to respond to your messages. If you're not a UK citizen or on indefinite leave to remain in the UK, it might be difficult for you to get married in the UK, especially if you're wanting to get married quicker in a short period of time. But if you don't mind the process and the waiting, then there is no reason why you can't get married in England. To get married in England as someone who is on a visa, you will have to apply to the Home Office that you are intending to get married to your spouse. If either of you is on a visa, you need to apply to the Home Office, making your intentions known that you want to get married in the UK. And then the Home Office will expect you to give them a period of 70 days for them to look into your application and decide whether or not you can go ahead with your civil wedding. In this period of 70 days, they can come back to you and say no, and they can come back to you and say yes. So for some people like me, I couldn't waste 70 days waiting for a reply that could be either a yes or no. So this is why I've come in this video with some alternative countries that you could get married quicker and even cheaper. The good thing is that I got married in one of these countries. So in this video, I'm going to be giving you 10 European countries where you can get married quicker. The number 10 on my list is Sweden. You can get married in Sweden within a period of 21 days. That means you need to make your intention known and wait for 21 days to get married. You don't need to be a resident of Sweden to get married in Sweden. You just need to travel down to Sweden and wait for a period of 21 days to get your wedding done, your civil wedding done in Sweden. The number 9 on my list is Austria, which is also similar to Sweden. You can get married in Austria within a period of 2 to 4 weeks. So you can just maybe book like an holiday with your partner for that long, for a month, and then get married before you come back to wherever you're staying. The 8th one on my list is Norway. In Norway, if you make your intention known to the registry, you can get married in Norway in 2 weeks also. All of these countries I'll be mentioning in this video, you don't need to be a resident of this country. You just need to travel down to this country for this amount of period, and then your civil wedding can be organized for you. The 7th one on my list is Slovakia, which is also similar to Norway. You just need to be there for about 2 weeks, and then your civil wedding is ready to be organized. The 6th one is Greece. You can spend a week in Greece. You are able to get married the next week in Greece. So you just need a period of 2 weeks, spend a week in Greece, the next week you are eligible to get married in that country without being a resident of Greece. And Greece is a beautiful place where you can get married, where you can have a lot of fun and take lots of beautiful, memorable pictures. The 4th one is Romania. In Romania, you just need to be in Romania for a period of 10 days, and then you're eligible to apply for a civil wedding to be done in Romania. The 3rd one on my list is Cyprus. If you go to Cyprus, within a week in Cyprus, you can get married. You can have your civil wedding done, a registry wedding in Cyprus. The 2nd one, which is quite common and popular, is in Denmark. You can travel to Denmark, and within a period of 3 days, you can get married in Denmark. You just need to be in Denmark for 3 days, and then your wedding is already done. This is amazing. This is really, really amazing. You don't need to be a resident of this country. It's not just getting married in this country alone. It's the fact that you are also having an experience of traveling down to another country which you might not have been, or you might not have any reason to either go there for anything. And this is just like a fun kind of wedding. To me, like an holiday plus wedding. You can even plan your honeymoon in these kind of places. The first on my list, which is the same place I also had my wedding done, is in Gibraltar. If you haven't seen the last video I uploaded about my civil wedding in Gibraltar, please click on the link up here and view that video to see how the wedding program I recorded all the program of the wedding, how it went, you can go and check that video out to see how simple, quick and fast the whole wedding was. The whole wedding was about 4 minutes long, I think, to 5 minutes, and I would recommend you to watch that video. So I will talk a little bit more about getting married in Gibraltar, because that is exactly where I got married. So I have a practical experience to share with you guys. So I'm going to tell you how much it cost me and my husband to get married in Gibraltar, and how long it took us. To get married in Gibraltar, you only need to be in Gibraltar for a period of 24 hours. So if you book an hotel and you're going to stay in Gibraltar for at least 24 hours, you can send a proof of your stay to the registry office with some of your other documents like your passport, and then you can get married in Gibraltar. Getting married in Gibraltar is as simple as that. So what I did was that I knew I couldn't get married in England and I had to wait for that long. In Gibraltar, there are some businesses that they know that people come to Gibraltar to get married there. So what they do is that they help you to plan your wedding, even if you are not there. So they collect all the documents that you need to submit to the registry even before you arrive in Gibraltar. If you want to book an accommodation, some of these businesses can help you book accommodation. So what I did was I went online and I saw this business called Sweet Gibraltar Wedding. I contacted them, so they sent me their different packages. They have different packages of where you would like to get married in Gibraltar. If you would like to get married maybe in the registry office, or which is the cheapest one, or if you want to get married in a particular location in Gibraltar. Gibraltar is famous for the rock in Gibraltar, so if you want a wedding done on that rock, then you can. And there are some other beautiful places that they will suggest to you depending on how much you can afford to book for your wedding. Personally, I booked for the cheapest one, which is getting married in the registry. It also depends on the kind of wedding you are looking for. Maybe you want to take people along and all of that. You need to put that into consideration in booking for where you want to get married, because I went during the COVID period and a maximum of I think 5 people could be in that office. So if you're planning to get married and you're thinking of taking a lot of people down there, then I would advise you to also put that into consideration before choosing the location of your wedding in Gibraltar. I booked that I wanted my wedding to be done in the registry, and then I sent all of my documents down there. So they were like the middle person between myself, my husband, and also the registry office. So everything I needed, I was sending, everything they needed, I was sending it to them, and they were sending it down to the registry office, which make it even more easier. And the good thing is that if you are going from England, you don't need to actually have a visa to go to Gibraltar. If you are on any kind of visa in the UK, tier 1, tier 2, I was on a tier 5, which is a temporary religious worker visa when I went to Gibraltar. My husband, we didn't have to actually apply for visa to go to Gibraltar, because Gibraltar is a British colony. So if you have a visa to stay in the UK, then you can go to Gibraltar without having a visa, which is very good. So with my documents sorted and I don't need a visa, the next thing for me to book was to book a place where we're going to stay. I went on booking.com. I saw different accommodation, from the expensive to the very affordable ones, and I booked the one that I knew I could afford, which I can also recommend for you. It was a very beautiful place. It is a studio, it's like a studio flat, which is very, very beautiful. Everything you need was just in the room. The name of the place we booked was West 1 Luxury Self-Catering Apartment. You can look into it. If you can afford that, then I can advise you to go for it. Lest I forget, the Sweet Gibraltar Wedding that helped us organize our wedding, they collected about £580 from us for the basic wedding that we booked with them, and also for the accommodation we paid £248 for 3 nights, because we were advised to come like a day earlier so that they can see us and also take our signature and all of the necessary things. So we booked for 3 nights and we paid £248 for the accommodation. And the last thing that we had to spend money on to do our wedding in Gibraltar was the flights. So around that time there wasn't so much cheap flights, because we had this wedding in January 2022. The only flight that was available for us around this time is the British Airways. We both booked for £243, which is not so bad for a return ticket for 2 people on a British Airways. It was really a good price for us. So getting married in Gibraltar altogether, you just need about £1,000 to get all the accommodation, the flight, and also the wedding planning sorted. And if you are the kind of person that can plan your wedding yourself, if you don't mind sending your document down to the registry office, if you can do that yourself and you're confident about that, then go for it. Then you don't have to pay for all these middle people to help you get it done, which will save you a lot of money. Because at the end of the day, the money that is charged from the registry, I don't think is even up to £50, and we had to pay almost £600 for these people to help us. But you know, because of the fear of, oh, I haven't been to this country before, so I need someone that is already there to help me get things sorted. And if anything is not working, I know I have somebody to hold accountable for it. That is why we pay that much money. But if you don't want to pay that money, you can do this yourself, and it will save you a lot of pounds. And also, I would advise you to have miscellaneous money, just in case, you know, when you're traveling, you need to have some backup money for like taxis and everything. So with about £1,200, you will get married in Gibraltar. You get married in Gibraltar fast and quick, in 24 hours. Just be in Gibraltar, and your wedding, you can plan your wedding 24 hours before your wedding in Gibraltar. The other thing you might spend money on is booking for a photographer to help you take your wedding pictures. Personally, I didn't book for that because it was quite too expensive for me. They were charging per hour, and we had already spent a lot of money on other things. So what I resorted to was using my iPhone 5, as at that time I was using an iPhone 5, and I use it to record the video myself. We use it for our pictures. I want to say the video and the pictures that we took, you can head on to that video I recommended for you earlier in this video, which the link is also up here, and you can see the videos and the pictures I took, because I was also planning to have another wedding ceremony when I get back to England. That was why I used my phone. But if you know you can afford, and this is your major wedding, you are not planning to have another wedding, then it is worth it to book a photographer. Or if you have a photographer where you are that also lives in England and has a visa, then you can travel together to Gibraltar and have your wedding done. So if there's any question or anything that is not clear in this video and you want me to share more or clarify for you about getting married, especially in Gibraltar, please put your question down in the comment section. I would love to respond to those questions. I hope you find this video helpful in one way or the other. If you know anyone that is planning to get married in the UK and doesn't know this information, please share this video with them so it can also help them and help them in planning for their wedding. Thank you so much for watching this video to this point, and I hope to see you in my next video that will definitely be useful for you. Please don't forget to click on the subscribe button down below and like this video, give it a thumbs up if you like it, and also share with your friends and family. Hope to see you in my next video. Bye bye. Mm-hmm.